experience here. My name is King Tanbit,
King Gambit,
aka Tanner Greenring, and I am joined as always by my beautiful co-host, Glimmerosh.
Glamora. And I'll say both of those Pokemon, I got to see them finally.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So much incredible energy in different ways from both.
Rick Bingo has King Gambit-like qualities, I would say. My friend Rick Bingo. My friend Esteban Humano's friend.
Yeah.
He's an interesting guy. Is he sitting on his hair, or does he now have like a bug shell? Has he been a bug the whole time?
I think the animation suggested that it is a ponytail that like unfurls and then he's sitting on it like intimidatingly.
Yeah, well, and he's not even sitting on it intimidatingly. He's sitting on it like a bro. Like he's just like, he's man spread and he's just like
Trying to chop it up.
Yeah, exactly. He's there to have like a fatherly conversation.
Turning his figurative chair around, except it's his hair, to sit back and like
Cool dude.
chew the fat.
Yeah, that's Rick Bingo.
Whatever you want to fucking talk about.
Crack open a cold one.
Oh, you know that he's
Hell yeah.
cracking open lots of ice colds.
Where are we this week, Glimmerosh?
Wow, where weren't we?
Oh, I should say. Sorry, let me back up.
Okay.
The reason we're talking about Gita's all-time what's she called? Champion of Champions, Elite Four final battle team is because Josh strong-armed me, even though I had plans this week to play a lot of Pokemon, but not for the reasons Josh expected.
Yeah.
Josh strong-armed me into doing the Elite Four too, so we did do that and beat the game. And this is so we've come to the end of the game,
the victory road.
Yeah,
Because there actually wasn't much to any of these conclusions.
there was if you weren't hammering A through the cutscenes, Joshua.
It's just battling and cutscenes. We'll get to it, but the cutscene at the end of Starfall Street
What a roller
was
coaster
like
Starfall Street was.
an hour.
And there's just more, and they're like, all right, cutscene's over. Next objective, walk to the bottom of the stairs. And then there'll be another 10-minute cutscene.
Hit you with another
It's like, fucking
cutscene.
game, come on.
So let's do that one second, because the Path of Legends one was a pretty quick wrap-up. Although, I guess it wasn't a wrap-up, because there's more to it.
Esteban Humano was, at this point, by the time I got around to fighting Arwen,
Billy.
had journeyed across these lands to such a degree that I had become like a grizzled Paldean native. I mean, I already was, but now I'm like a Tom Hanks in Castaway.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Because I went on a hunt this week, Joshua, before I got cracking on the end of the game.
Another hunt?
Had to.
Guy hunt?
Cool hunt.
Is it gonna be a guy hunt?
Yeah, well,
Or a different kind of hunt?
it was both a ghoul and a guy hunt because we were taking Shy Avery out.
Who's Gimme Ghoul? We haven't heard from Shy Avery for a while.
Shy Avery's been in the box for a while. Here was my concern.
They were living up to their name.
I didn't want Shy Avery to get too many levels being on the team before they were able to evolve into Golden Ghoul. Golden Go? Golden Ghoul? Golden Go.
Goldingo.
Goldingo. Hold and go.
Maybe the Goldingo ate your baby. Is that good?
Really good.
You get it?
Strong.
Can you do Australian accents? I
Me?
think that one's probably fine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Australians are fine to ridicule and worthy of ridicule.
We're famously friendly to the Australians on this podcast.
What were we talking about?
Your guy hunt.
Oh, I brought Shy Avery out. Shy Avery wanted to meet some men. And I was like, okay, let's get out there.
Did you say Shy Avery wanted to meet some men?
Yeah.
Wow.
They were like, I'm ready to get out there and start meeting some men. So I took them on like a man hunt a ghoul hunt across Paldea.
Different kind.
Meeting all these little guys. They all, you can always hear them. You can always hear them when you're around them because they go like this. Hey. And you hear a little jingle. And you're like, okay, there's one around here.
It's like an impossible sound to make. I like it though.
And we met a lot of really interesting guys. A lot of them, 999 of them.
Did Shy Avery click with any of them?
Oh yeah, a lot of them, most of them.
Nice.
And really came out of their treasure chest, and now they're out of the treasure chest, and they're proud, and they changed their name to Proud Avery.
Proud Avery. Oh, perfect for Pride Month.
Perfect for Pride Month.
We celebrate Avery.
Unfortunate, and they are a Golden Go.
Golden Go.
So with that, I did complete that mission.
The Gimme Ghoul grab is over. I only made it to 597.
Wow.
And I thought that was going to be springing it on you this week. I did not
Pretty
know
homophobic.
You were doing this. Wait, is it?
You didn't even try. You didn't even try to evolve your shy Gimme Ghoul into a proud Golden Go.
You just had a shy Gimme Ghoul. I didn't say that mine was shy. Not that it shouldn't be celebrated in any case.
And then at the end of that journey, we have Goldengo on the team.
Goldengo.
And I just really do want to quickly say, Josh, you know I'm a strong, powerful ally. I love the gay community. I love you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I celebrate
you're
and amplify gay voices.
You really put the A in ally.
Golden Go is my You Make Me Barf Pokemon of the week.
The plus and plus. Okay. So I haven't gotten to see one in the game, but I remember when they announced this Pokemon because you couldn't avoid it, even though I've been trying to, but because it is number 1000 in the national dex.
It sucks to look at.
But I did not like what I saw.
It's stupid looking. And you know who it reminds me of? It reminds me of JoJo Siwa.
Huh.
Like the new JoJo Siwa. Because it's like, it's too much, you know? There's too much happening here. Too in my face.
Is that something you could be saying that during Pride Month is maybe going to eliminate all of the like goodwill that you just generated?
I think I'm happy for Proud Avery, and I'm really proud of the journey we went on together.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they're out and proud, but it's a pretty dumb Pokemon.
I am also not a fan of Goldengo's design. Sorry. It's just a sentient string cheese. Like
it's like even the mission. Like I get sentient coin pile. I guess like coins aren't really a part of Pokemon, but whatever. It's like a Mario thing.
Yeah. What's the legal tender of Gimme Ghoul coins? Like, are they convertible currency? I think it's like a sand dollar. Or is a sand dollar a convertible currency?
It's an organic byproduct, I think.
Are the coins? I don't think the coin. Well, they become. That's weird because I guess they become sentient.
Yeah,
the Gimme Ghoul inhabits them ultimately to become Goldengo.
What even is Goldengo?
I was just opening up biology.
On my team, couldn't tell you. If a gun to my head, couldn't tell you what type it is.
Does yours surf? I'm seeing a
steel
surfing
ghost.
Goldengo animation.
Does it surf on like a little surf wave of coins, maybe? It's got some pretty cool moves. It knows one called Make It Rain.
Oh, that's fun.
Which is a steel type move which scatters coins everywhere, which is pretty fun.
Its body is composed of 1000 Gimme Ghoul coins stacked together.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's weak. It doesn't look like that.
But it doesn't say that they are organic matter.
I'm seeing it surfing too. Mine never surfed.
How do you get it to surf? Because the surfing thing, I like the surfing thing.
I probably have to go picnicking with it, and I refuse. So we went on the ghoul hunt. We got Proud Avery on the team. Welcome to the team. We will go into the rest of the team during level check. But did you explore? There's a lot of sights and sounds we kind of ignored previously. Have you seen these big gates?
Big gates. Tell me more.
Kind of all over the map, there are these big, colorful gates, like big, round hatch gates. And they're big, like something behind it would be big.
You mean the shrines?
There's shrines?
Did you go to history class?
No, I didn't. I'm a little worried I might be held back. I didn't go to class once.
Okay, I think we're talking about the same thing because I think that you can stumble across them, but I have them marked on my map
big,
now.
Round gates.
They have different colors?
Yeah. Bright colors.
Okay, so those are the shrines. So I spent my free time going to history class, several other classes as well.
Geek check.
I was teacher's pet.
Yeah, well, I didn't go to class. I'm like Van Wilder. That's how there's like Naranja students in their like 60s here.
Oh, yeah. You're never getting out of there.
They never get around to going to class.
I did befriend several teachers, and I started going to other classes and rooms in the academy, and like you can have random conversations, and there's like a simming aspect to this where like if you respond to their questions, the like teachers will grow like closer to you. Like
I accidentally did that with director Clavell this week.
Oh yeah. He asked me what chuggy meant.
Yeah, he asked me what chuggy meant too.
He quizzes you about like what the kids are saying these days.
What did you tell him?
Doesn't it mean uncool?
That's what I told him too. Thank God.
Okay, well, let's hope we're right. Are we keeping up with the trends? I was hoping he was going to ask me about Riz, because I know that one.
Yeah, of course you do. That's like the one that like penetrated millennial culture.
Yeah.
Zendaya said it. Typical.
Well, I got into it because of the God, what was his fucking name? The little like football kid, Grink.
Oh yeah, Baby
What's
Gronk.
His name? Baby Gronk. Yeah, Gronk. Because of that, Gronk's got the Riz.
Yeah.
That TikTok was incredible. The person like commenting on how Gronk's got the Riz. Anyway, what I was going to say is I finished history class. I graduated with honors.
Dork. That's me at graduation ceremony. I'm obviously not graduating. I'm in the crowd.
No, you're not going to pass. But I befriended Miss Rayford. I was her favorite student, and she told
Miss
me...
Reefer? Jesus, I gotta meet this lady.
Rayfart? Rayfawn? Rayfart? Rayfort. Rayfort. My favorite teacher, Miss Rayfart.
Sounds like it.
Anyway, I talked to her in the library, and then she told me about the stakes, the black stakes.
Yes, I did find many more of those too.
Part of the Ruinous Quartet, and there's 32 of them. There's 8.
I've probably found most of them.
Per 4 of the shrines, which is what you are talking about. And they're related to like this long story of like a past Paldean emperor who purchased these artifacts, a vessel, a sword, set of tablets, and a set of beads from a merchant from a faraway land. But then after he found out that the greed of this Paldean emperor was like super corrupt, the artifacts came alive, destroyed the palace, and then they were sealed away. And I believe that this is alluding to the 4 artifacts becoming Pokemon. And so I think that there are 4 legendary Pokemon that we can unlock within the shrines, but you have to find all the black stakes and pull them out of the ground.
I mean, I think I found a lot of them.
Miss Rayfort marked the shrine locations on my map, which is the reason you go to history class. So you can like pinpoint in a more precise way where the stakes are, but you still have to like search around the shrines to find them. So I don't know how many I've done. There's 32. It seems like a lot. I seem to have been pulling them out of the ground quite a bit, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Not going to be easy. Going to try to do that by the end of this season.
All right.
There's another side quest that Don Joey and his knights were going on, but we're not quite ready to reveal what that one was. So that was really the main other one that we were sallying forth to complete. History class.
Okay. Wow. Keeping things from me. I just told you about my incredible journey inviting a close friend of mine to come out of a treasure chest.
We have a knight in training. We brought on a squire.
Okay.
But due to the momentous quest that we had to go on this week, that squire is not quite ready, for the big leagues. So we had to keep the knights errant as they were.
Okay, fine. There's a little movement on my team. We'll talk about it. Well, let's talk about, should we do level check early again this week? Is that fucking bananas?
No, let's not.
Okay, fine.
Really? Maybe we should. These are all battles. Yeah.
And I had this team throughout all these battles.
I guess we can just do the level check.
It's level check!
Oh, level check. Well, if I say, though, then you're going to know what all their new titles are. Because my knights advanced in the heraldry, in the chivalrous rankings.
And I'm not allowed to know?
Well, you can know, but they ascended after their fine work in the Pokémon League.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is the levels that, like, I left the Pokémon League with. We'll have to just sort of, like, take that as understood.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'm going to start.
Okay. Please.
So this was, like, what all of these Knights of Rent have been looking for. Just bloodthirsty battles. One battle after another.
Crusade.
This was their crusade, yeah. And due to their fine work in these battles, they have all, other than the one who already had his rank, the Duke. He was, knighted again, but he was like, what am I going to be, Sir the Duke?
Oh, yeah.
He's just the Duke. It's like Cher,
Yeah.
He rejected it.
One title, supersedes the other.
But the others all ascended the ranks.
Wow.
So I'm pleased to announce... Marquas Rouncy, Skeledirge, level 64.
Okay.
Marquas?
Marquess? It's weird because you expect it to be like Oh, it's Marquess.
Yeah, but it's not pronounced like that.
But it's not pronounced like that. It's like Marquess, right? You expect it to be Marquess.
I think it's Marquas.
Marquas. I don't know. I'm not the history fucking major here.
That one's even tough for me, though. Marquis Rouncy. Then we have the Duke, the aforementioned the Duke, Palmot, level 68. And the lady has become Dame Trish of Levencia, Tinkaton, level 65. She did really fine work this week.
Did she?
If the Duke and the Duchess can't resolve their marital difficulties, I believe Trish will be next in line to be the Duke's lady.
Interesting.
Dame Lady Trish.
Okay.
And then we have, formerly known as Sir Jangles, is now Earl Jangles. Como O, level 64.
Sounds like a buddy of Rick Bingo's.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. They would pal around.
Yeah.
He's now an Earl. Earl Jangles. Earl Jangles. And then we have Baron Clodsire, the Clodsire. Level 64.
Clodsire is such a pain in my fucking ass. Someone had one. Who had it? Gita?
Rika had Clodsire. I think that was her ace.
It to just it's so easy to plow through a bunch of ground type Pokemon, but then Clodsire comes and it's all of a sudden my moves weren't very effective. It's and it scattered my toxic spikes everywhere.
Rika's Clodsire was great, and my Clodsire was also very useful in these battles.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I kept Clodsire around. And Clodsire is very pleased that he's now Baron also. And Arthur made a lot of progress on his quest, which, if you recall, is trying to pull out all of those stakes in the ground because he was searching for Excalibur. But Arthur had a change this week and became Baxcalibur, level 63. And then he turned around and he was like, wait a second. The caliber was in me the whole time, It was like a journey of self-reflection.
Yeah.
Kind of like Shy Avery went through.
Wow.
Where he was like, this whole time I've had Excalibur in me and I don't need to go searching for it because I have the power of the caliber within me.
Okay.
And so Arthur is now a Viscount Arthur.
Okay. That's cool.
So he's really completed his quest.
It's like a sword bro. There's a show on History Channel called Forged in Fire that I love. It's sword bros, making swords. That's kind of his thing, right? Viscount Arthur's.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. He would like that show.
It's a cool show. I think every now and then, a contestant will kind of get in trouble for, having a racist tattoo showing,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Well, Baxcalibur, Arthur doesn't have any of those.
Okay.
So.
Let me tell you about Esteban Umano's crew of bros.
All right.
Donna's Car, Reverum. Level 67. I'll tell you this. Donna's Car, Reverum. Disappointed that I can't ever have any of the big ones.
The Starmobiles.
Assumed that was going to be the end of the, what was waiting for me at the end of the Starfall Street line, but nope.
I guess they're keeping them.
And also, every time I put it into battle, I put it into battle first, always, so that it can lay down 2 toxic spikes. And I would say 90% of the time, it dies before it can get both out.
That's sad.
So I would not say a super great Pokemon in a lot of these final battles.
But are you keeping... how could Donna exist without her car? Unless...
Well, right now, Donna's car exists without Donna because she's not currently on the team.
Oh.
Donna's doing a little bit of soul searching.
So everyone is just riding around in Donna's car? She left you the car?
Yeah, she said we could borrow it.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. She's doing a little soul searching. She's in like Joshua Tree or something. I think she's really trying to decide whether she's a cat or a woman.
Hard to say.
Like Rabska's very certain. He's like, I know I look like a beetle, but I am a guy.
Oh, so he did resolve that inner tension, and he's like, no, I am ultimately a man. Yeah, and I think he has ascended beetlehood and now is sort of like a floating orb of like psychic human energy with like some poop and a beetle stuck to it. Yeah, that may or may not also be growing a human child inside of it. I think is what we determined. I think has the potential to. Yeah. I think I would have to fuck it, and I just am not. We're not there yet. Yeah. Well, maybe that's another discovery that will be made during Pride Month. Whatever journey they want to go down, as long as they find inner peace and authenticity in celebrating themselves. Rever Room is level 67, Donna's car. Gregor Samsa, Rabska, level 72. Oops. Jesus. Rick Bingo, King Gambit, level 73. Oops. Lady Beth, Armor Rouge, level 67. It's a little more reasonable. Armor Rouge has the coolest moveset now, and her animations are so cool because one of her things is like arm cannons, but like Dragon Breath does it too, where her little like big pauldrons, whatever the shoulder things are called, her big shoulder pads, come down to form like they lock together to form like a little Mega Man blaster, and that's where all her like offensive moves come from. It's so cool. That sounds rad. This kind of a Samus energy. Yeah, it is Samus energy. That's Lady Beth. Then there's Fiona Eilish, Wellspring Ogrepon, level 67. Just like, if a fight's ever not going my way, it's like, I'll just send out Ogrepon. So Ogrepon has finally caught up at the levels and now is like fully too strong. Unleashed. Yeah, it's too strong. I mean, your whole team has gotten too strong. Welcome to the team, Proud Avery. Golden Go, level 64. I gave Golden Go a lucky egg, so the levels have been coming pretty hot and heavy. Good. Once again, I celebrate that for Proud Avery. Thank you for once. Jesus. What happened next, Joshua? I pursued the path. God, you stepped right into that one. I honestly didn't know that one was coming. Well, it's a little early, but that's how I got you. Got him.
Hey, it's Kaylee Cuoco for Priceline. Ready to go to your happy place for a happy price? Well, why didn't you say so? Just download the Priceline app right now and save up to 60% on hotels. So whether it's Cousin Kevin's Kazoo Concert in Kansas City, go Kevin, or Becky's Bachelorette Bash in Bermuda, you never have to miss a trip ever again. So download the Priceline app today. Your savings are waiting.
Go to your happy place for a happy price. Go to your happy price, Priceline.
Joshua, welcome back. Bug catchers, welcome back. We're still on Paldea Island, Paldea Peninsula, Paldea Archipelago. What is? I don't know the difference.
Well, how do you just call it Paldea and then we don't have to get into the geography? Because I don't think we definitively know that yet.
Aren't you interested?
Of course I am.
Welcome back to Paldea. We are wrapping things up. We have a few things to do. Arwen has been waiting patiently by this lighthouse for us.
The lab on Pocopath.
Pocopath. For ages. So I ran up there and knocked that battle out first.
We find out there's going to be more to this story. The only thing we get other than the battle is just the confirmation that Professor Turo was a bad dad. Arven once again has a very sad, heartfelt moment where he's like, I never saw my dad. The only one who was ever around for me was my boss stiff.
Excuse me?
Arven obviously has big time daddy issues, but at the same time, who could blame him considering his dad is a daddy, capital D daddy.
Oh, yeah.
We see him, he patches in this seemingly dusty abandoned lab because Turo's been gone for so long pursuing the ends of his research, which will culminate in Area Zero. But he finally asks us, I think Arven has maybe earned the respect of his daddy, finally?
Yeah. Well, sure. Okay. I feel like I did a lot of that fucking work, but it's fine.
He was really riding our coattails pretty hard, I would say.
Yeah.
Not in a good way. Don't really even know what that means.
Is there a good way?
Moving on, we do a final, maybe, who knows, but for now, final battle with Arven.
Yes. Come at me, Arwen.
He's got a level 58 Greedent, a level 61 Toadscruel.
Boo.
Oh, yeah. How'd you feel about seeing that Greedent?
It's good. I mean, I absolutely obliterated it.
It
had no place on his team. Like, it was
that one was the easiest on this team.
It was a pretty challenging fight at the stage when I fought Arwen. Like, it definitely wasn't a cakewalk. It wasn't one-hit KOs. Like, literally the Elite Four was for me.
Oh, interesting.
But it was still pretty easy.
Toadscruel is just a tough combo. Ground Grass, I don't have great coverage for that. Scavillain, kind of similarly. Grass Fire. And Cloyster was easy. Mabostiff was easy, and
Mabostiff, you feel bad. You feel bad at how easy it was.
You feel really bad. It's like the Mabostiff is just finally back on its feet.
There's even a dialogue.
You even have a dialogue option, yeah, to be are you sure, man?
Don't do this. Think about this.
Mabostiff is definitely back on its deathbed after that battle. It got creamed. One close combat, and it was curtains.
Oh, I know. It sucks when they take all the time to terrestrialize too.
Yeah.
And then you just wipe them out in one hit.
Just a whammy.
It sucks even more when they terrestrialize and then you go first and then kill them in one hit.
You'll notice there was one other Pokemon that I didn't talk about yet, and that was because I have a barf this week.
Oh, interesting. Wow, it takes so much for you to get over that barf hump.
Yeah, but once the dam was breached last week, now it's just
awful combination of words.
Yeah, that gotta be a better way of saying it. And I wish there was a better way of saying the name of this Pokemon. My Barfy, Garganackle. Garganackle. And it's just what in Arceus's name am I looking at?
Yeah, it's Minecraft Pokemon.
Minecraft Pokemon. So ugly. Pile of salt.
Here's the thing.
Sentient salt, but it's just a rock type.
I think mostly the line is ignorable, but fine. I'm happy to come with you on this journey. But I do not appreciate that it goes from being a mushroom to a dog to a person.
Yeah, and I like the base form, Knockly.
Esteban Humano doesn't appreciate that.
That just looks like a Super Mario mushroom. Cute.
Yeah.
Knackle stack is kind of fine, but then this is a grotesque nightmare.
Garganackle's a guy. That's a guy.
I don't like it.
Minecraft guy, but a guy.
Am I going too far with the barf thing? It's not really my space to say because I'm stepping into your area of expertise, but
no, I think it's fine. I think it's totally an emotional journey for the person who's barfing. So I can't tell you how to feel about Garganackle. Doesn't hit me. It's not hitting me in that nut shot, where it's oh.
Well, let me give you this extra data point because I had to look it up.
Oh, I love data.
The Pokedex entry says for Violet, many Pokemon gather around Garganackle, hoping to lick at its mineral-rich salt.
Ugh, all right, that's too much. That's
Pokemon
barf.
Are licking it.
That's barf. That means it's always sticky and wet with Pokemon spit.
And I guess it confusingly can also rub its fingertips together and sprinkle injured Pokemon with salt, and even severe wounds will promptly heal afterward.
Oh, wow. It's got healing
so
salt?
They're licking it, but then it also can heal them. And so then it's the Minecraft Salt Bay Pokemon. Remember Salt Bay, kids?
I would just keep one in the tub, just soak in that for a little bit. My scabs would heal up,
I mean, if it likes that, I guess it does. It's implied by that.
I don't have a lot of scabs.
Otherwise, it's like Pokemon subjugation again. Yo, what's up with all your scabs?
Not important. I kicked Arwen's ass, and then I was on my way to Starfall Street, which is not an actual street.
No, it's a metaphor.
Yeah, it's like a pub crawl.
I wish.
Yeah. They've got pub crawl energy, these guys.
Pub crawl would have helped me get through all the fucking dialogue.
Yeah, there was a lot of dialogue.
Easier.
And they make the most confusing choices about these characters too, because the slime ninja character like speaks.
Atticus?
Yeah, Atticus speaks like a.
I thought you loved Don Atticus.
I do, but like for some reason they speak like a old-timey knight.
Yeah, because he likes the old stuff. That's why I like him.
Why is it a slime ninja then? Pick a lane.
Yeah, I mean, there's a number of like, I don't really even, and I wasn't slamming A. I was like wholeheartedly trying to stay locked in and read all of this.
I read every word, but God, it's like
I am not sure that I could tell you really what anyone's motivations are by the end of this.
They were all bullied.
We get the big reveal that I alluded to.
Let me explain. You were really hammering
last episode. I just wanted to say, to confirm, Clive was Clavell.
What?
Okay, and he also tries to act like he was Cassiopeia.
Yeah, he did try that. You go up and step up to him, and he's like, I'm Cassiopeia. And you're like, okay, fine, let's battle.
Whatever.
And then he's like, okay, psych, I wasn't actually Cassiopeia. I was just testing you to see if you were ready to go take on Cassiopeia. And I was like, okay, I am. So who is Cassiopeia? And he's like, oh, I don't know. It's like, great.
Yeah.
And then you get a call, and it's Cassiopeia.
And then you have to have a showdown at the stroke of midnight in the courtyard of the academy. And who should show up?
It's Penny.
Yeah, the indie alt Tumblr kid.
Yeah.
Actually, I was not expecting that.
I wasn't either, although I didn't care.
I'm not like shook, I suppose. Yeah.
They didn't make me feel invested enough in that character to give a shit at that reveal. I was like, oh, okay.
I'm like, okay, good for you, Penny.
But so here's what Penny did. So we battle Penny and we beat her.
Penny took a page out of Brie Van Der's book because she was just running 6 evolutions, which I appreciated.
Pretty fun, not good. Easy to beat.
She popped off a couple of Mon. It's not really worth like recounting it.
I'm sure she popped off a Mon or two.
But I had decent, coverage for them. They were all level 62.
Oh, you know what? I think she had Flareon in first, and I put in Donna's car, and Donna's car absolutely got fucking torched. She's going to be so pissed when I finally let her back out of the box.
Based on what you're saying, like, it seems like that car, Donna's car, is like in the shop pretty frequently.
Yeah, it takes a beating.
So you implied that you have a pretty good understanding of what the whole wrap up here is.
Here's what happened.
Team Star and Clavell and
there were bullies at school, and
yes,
a bunch of students started getting texts from like a mysterious benefactor that was saying, hey, I've got a shitload of LPs. If you help me kind of stand up against the bullies, essentially doxing these people. She is like Tumblr kid to her core.
Oh, 100%.
I'm going to dox these kids. I'm going to use these hacked, stolen LPs that I've stolen from the school to fund all of this.
Oh, yeah, she just stole them from the school. That's right. That's the like last reveal.
She never reveals herself to these star bosses. She's like, she pretends to be this like powerful figure.
Yeah.
But she's really just this like Tumblr kid. And that's kind of the big reveal at the end is like, she never reveals herself and she shuts down Team Star and
then they all come out.
They all come out and they're like, oh,
heads of the different Team Star crews.
Clavell pulled us all here, called us
they're
all
like,
here.
Oh, I can't believe it's you. And like, yeah. And then it's confusing that like Clavell also reveals to them that Clive was Clavell. It's like, okay.
Oh my God. It's like, just quit with this stupid joke.
Who could believe it?
Because even Penny's like, what? I can't believe it. It's like, stop it. Stupid.
Yeah.
Move on.
And he decides that, I guess, over the course of all this, he has a change of heart where he thinks that he was being like, he didn't understand what they were trying to do and that they were being bullied and they were trying to like start this anti-bullying campaign.
He didn't hear them. He didn't start a dialogue. Yeah.
Yeah, he should have had a dialogue the whole time. And now that he's having it, he's like, look, like, I was wrong. Look, we all made mistakes.
Yeah.
And like, I'm going to wipe the slate clean.
He doesn't really say that. He gets really angry at them. He's like, there's a lot of violations.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, your uniforms are a mess. You've been using a ton of school resources.
Skipping school, obviously, stealing from the school.
And the way that you're going to remediate this is that you're going to go and run our new Team Star training centers inspired by Esteban Humano's great success, like vanquishing you all. So they got to straighten up, fly right.
So it is scared straight, as you predicted. And now they have scared straight camps.
Happy Pride Month. That's the end of Starfall Street. We meet Penny at the bottom of the stairs once again, and she's like, yeah, Clavell didn't really care that I stole all those credits.
Probably because he knows that he would get fucked by whatever the entity that above
Shudder to think.
the Academy must be. Like, he made a bunch of mistakes too. Like, they're all like trying to sweep this under the rug to save their asses.
Oh, and what a week, Joshua. I'm so tired. I did all this work getting Gimme Ghoul up to Goldengo, and I got Arwen beat, and I beat the Starfall Street lie, and I just sat through all those cutscenes, and I'm finally ready to hang up Pokemon for the week, right?
Uh-huh.
No! Taskmaster Joshua cracks his whip, and he says, get back to work! Go beat the Elite Four.
We gotta just do the Elite Four.
Yes, sir.
We can't wrap the other paths and then not also just do Victory Road.
I'm on my way, sir. I'm running up there, sir.
What a sorry Victory Road this is.
Sucks.
It's like one trainer that inexplicably has level 14 Pokemon that I guess is there if you like wandered there early enough in the game, but then
are super low level.
Several yards beyond that, there's another trainer who has like a level 55 team. So
what happened to Victory Road? You know, there used to be an art to this. Not anymore.
What have they done with my Victory Road? You used to have to push boulders around and
the fucking Elite Four was so
climb on the weird bridges.
One of them was already a guy we met. One of the gym leaders. Okay. Cool gym leader, but that's fine.
Oh, Larry. Yeah. Well, he just gets flown in for whatever the bureaucrats need.
But then also it all just happens in like a big white box.
Well, the entryway was kind of cool. Like the setup was sort of like interrogation room, like Matrix-y vibe of like, you know, bad lighting, ugly floor, and then it's Rika sitting there at a desk, and then she quizzes you. But the quiz is like, it's not, you know, objective knowledge. It's all subjective. And so it's also not like how you used to get run through all those like security guards who would like check that you had all the badges. It's just like, hey, what was your starter Pokemon, and what academy did you go to?
I thought I was being tricked when they're like, which like gym did you struggle with most? And it's like, oh shit.
I know. I was like, did they analyze this?
Yeah. I was like, I gotta think. It's like maybe the ghost type one. I don't know. I really don't know. And I just like I said the ghost type one.
I said it all for naught.
And then they're like, oh, okay. And who was the leader there? And I was like, oh, this is what you're doing.
Yeah, I got it. So you pass that, and then you just go into another room, and yeah, it's a big white box.
So boring.
And you fight Rika.
And then they all just come, like, you don't go into the next room. They all just come into that room.
Yeah, no themed rooms. Come on.
So boring. And one of them's just Larry.
This is where all those resources could have gone if they didn't spend so much time on Quackaval's dancing.
Larry had Might You Make Me Barf terrestrialization of the week, but we'll talk about that when we get to him.
Okay. Well, we get to Rika, like I said, love her look, Roux.
One hit! KO! Entire team! Wellspring Ogre Pond.
Well, that's hardly even interesting with where your levels are at. They all picked off multiple Pokemon, I think. Oh, wait, no, not two of them didn't. But Rika took out my Tinkaton and Clodsire.
Yeah.
And like we mentioned, her Clodsire was tough. It had the ground Terra, and that made it harder for me to deal with. I also love the little like globe hat that it gets.
Yeah, it's like half an earth. It looks like a mushroom, but it's like the core of the earth.
That was cool.
The strata of the earth. Yeah, that is
very cute. Very cute, posted on top of Clodsire.
So you had a sweetie terrestrialization of the week.
I guess so, yeah. But Clodsire was already a sweetie, so it's like double sweetie.
Okay, interesting.
Poppy, the only thing she had going for her was that I didn't put it together. She was steel type until I noticed
so like little key
I was going into the battle, and then she has a key. So she popped a couple of them, or whatever my opener was, just because I didn't think she was going to be steel. I continue to disrespect a Poppy. Like, all of her dialogue was very like, oi, mister, you me dad. Like that haunted doll.
Yeah, she is like a haunted doll.
She just goes like, bye-bye, mister.
Yeah, it sucks. Like, I don't get her. Get out of here. You're not. She doesn't
She did
seem like
not
she's
earned this.
But also, she doesn't seem like she's like mature enough to handle this. This is difficult, backbreaking work she's doing out here. It's emotionally
She's
challenging.
Need like years of therapy after whenever they inevitably boot her out of the Elite Four.
Yeah, for getting too old.
Yeah, once she turns 13, she's out.
Yeah.
They can't have all those hormones.
Let me check my file here. Oh, yeah, one-hitted her entire team with Armor Rouge.
Yeah. Surprise.
So she didn't get much play from me.
Once it was clear that she was Steel type, that's when I flew in Skeledirge, and then, Torch Song, all of it.
Yeah.
Skeledirge sang his little heart out.
Larry
gets instructions from the bureaucrats that he is now going to be a different type rather than normal.
Yeah.
But it's flying, so it's not really
it's like a lateral.
huge upgrade, I would say. Yeah, a lateral move for Larry.
Yeah, but his whole team sucks, and he had my You Make Me Barf terrestrialization of the week.
Oh, interesting.
I did one hit his entire team with Golden Go's Power Gem, but his flying type terrestrialization sucks to look at, especially on Flamigo.
Yeah, it was like it could have been clever, except
It would be clever on Pikachu.
I had Trish out because I was trying to nail it with Play Rough, but I had just taught Trish Stone Edge, so then I just Stone Edged one-hitted it anyway. What is the flying type Terra's ugly?
3 balloons.
Oh, the balloons.
It's just like, it's balloons. It would look cool on Pikachu. It looks so stupid on Flamigo. Flamigo's a stupid looking Pokemon already. Sorry.
I think that there was a Pikachu giveaway when this originally came out that was a flying Terra type. So I guess that's probably why they did that. But if it's already flying, it doesn't need balloons.
Hassle. Was Hassle a hassle for you?
No. Hassel's this big German guy who's dragon type, and I have 2 dragons on my team, so pretty quick work with Outrage and Dragon Claw.
Yeah.
It would have been clever for his Baxcalibur to have an Ice Terra type. That would have made it tougher. Then it just doubles down on Dragon. I mean, I guess that's what all of their Terras do. But as a result of that, Tinkaton once again was in here and just play rough.
Ugh.
Curtains.
Armor Rouge knows Dragon Pulse.
So that was one hitting.
Quick work.
And then Hassel cries. Poppy doesn't cry despite being a baby, and Hassel is a big blubbering mess.
Gita knows all. Gita's team is pretty mixed.
Once again, it's the Elite 5.
Yeah, of course.
Gita is the big reveal. La Primera. I guess we knew she was coming.
Wouldn't it make more sense for it to be Nemona back here and then Gita's the final battle?
Well, I think that Nemona's on like a sabbatical. She's a roaming champion.
She's just a champion, yeah.
Or she rejected the mantle of being the champion's champion.
She's not an Elite Four champion.
Because they're not making us stay there. So I think you have the choice of being a roaming champion or like...
Oh, I plan to be.
Unseating the champ.
Oh, I actually have a lot of interest. The Blueberry Academy has shown a lot of interest in me.
Oh, it's on Joey too, yeah. So Gita's team was interesting, like, well... constructed.
Yeah, it wasn't as easy to one hit with just one type of Pokemon or one type of move even.
No, and I also realized she had an Espathra.
Yeah, you didn't like this thing.
Well, it killed Clodsire, and then it almost killed Como-O because it had Dazzling Gleam, which I wasn't expecting. And also when I got it, when I was really pondering Espathra, given I made it a Barfy last week.
Yeah.
I noticed that the wings on Espathra are the wings that Tulip has, not Motham.
Oh.
She's honoring Espathra, which makes a lot more sense.
Okay, that's fine. I like that.
But then otherwise, the Glamora was excellent.
Yeah, Butte.
And she had a King Gambit, yeah, and then Avalugg, which was nothing, and Veluza, which was nothing. But Glamora was great.
Yeah, I think she terrestrializes the...
It was tough to deal with.
Glamora too, right?
Because I didn't know what it was. I hadn't encountered one yet, and it being rock poison was not something that I figured out in the battle. So I was just like hurling Pokemon at it.
Yeah.
And I think she got me down to like 2 Pokemon left.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
I don't think I struggled with her that much, but I think she definitely peeled a few off.
My levels were right around her. She had 61s and 2.
They also heal you and recharge your Terra Orb right before the battle.
Yeah.
Like maybe if I come in fresh off the E4, but...
At least this time they don't, like, automatically heal them. You have to use your own gear to heal your Pokemon, but, like, you should not be able to swap Pokemon or get the Terra Orb recharge between battles.
Because, like, honestly, once Ogerpon has their, like, big mask on, it's like, there's no stopping this thing. So the Terra Orb recharge was like, you made a fucking mistake here, Kita.
Yeah, you shouldn't have let me do that.
You fucked up.
So we took care of her.
And then that's it. We beat the game.
Did we?
We're the winners of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. A contemporary Pokemon game. We're the first ones to beat it. The latest Pokemon game. We did it.
For once, we're finally ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like a lot of people beat this one.
We pop out. Nemona's like, all right, you did it. Let's fight. Gita steps in and she's like, whoa, cool it.
Yeah, Gita's like, can't you let him, like, chill out for a little bit? Like, have some of that good Herba Mystica?
Oh, yeah. Talk to Professor Reaver.
But, Miss Rayford will hook you up.
Yeah.
And then we have to, like, go and battle her, Nemona. She is chomping at the bit, and she drags us back to Mesagoza.
Yep.
And everybody, I did not, consent to this. She tells everyone, and, like, everyone from our past and present shows up at the square.
Yeah, I guess if she wants everyone to show up and see her get absolutely humiliated, that's her choice.
Yeah, I think this was obnoxious to me because she implied this whole time that she had been swapping out her team in order to, like, match us. And she has just the final evolutions for the most part of, like, all the other Pokemon that she'd been using the whole time. I was expecting she was going to have a totally different team, and that would have been cool. But instead, it's Lycanroc and Palmot and Goodra, which we've seen. It's just final evolutions. And then Dunsparce, Earthworm, and then, the starter. In my case, Meowscarada.
In my case, Dancing Duck.
Quackavall.
The
The only thing that really caught me by surprise was Palmot killed Tinkaton simply because my play rough missed, which that's, like, not a skill issue. That's an RNG issue.
Yeah, you know what? At this point, I've just, I'm over moves that don't have 100% hit rate. When I'm, like, sorting through the TM list, and I'm like, ooh, that's a strong move. And then I noticed it has 90% hit rate.
You won't even fuck with 90.
Out.
I fuck with 90.
Too many good moves out there.
Earthworm had an ability called Earth Eater. I'd never experienced that.
Pika, that's called.
So Clodsire tried to use, what?
It's called Pika.
What's Pika?
Like a psychological condition in humans where you're compelled to eat dirt.
Oh, that's a Tanny's fun facty.
Tanny fun facty.
So Earthworm is it has Pika. It's an Earth Eater. And so ground moves don't affect it.
Well, it's a worm, so I don't know if it applies to...
Don't they eat dirt?
I think so.
Their very nature is Pika.
I think, I'm not sure, don't challenge me on this, worm scientist, but I think the way a worm works is it's like a dirt
I don't
tube
want to have a worm scientist on here.
where it just goes through the dirt, and dirt goes through it too, and that's where it gets all its food, is in all the stuff.
Like sandworms.
Yeah.
In Dune.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, it ate my Earthquake and then killed Clodsire. So she got a couple off, but I'm more disappointed that she didn't bring me some, like, spicy new talent after all this.
Yeah.
She is like, oh, you've done me the greatest honor of, like, I've been searching. The treasure I was searching for on the hunt was to have a great rival. And now
can we be rivals
it.
forever? And it's like, I don't.
And then she tries to fight us again, and it's like, listen, lady, like, I cannot battle anymore.
I got shit to do. Actually, I don't, but I'm not interested. I've beaten the game.
That's what we think, but we get a call, Rototo, and it is Arven.
Oh, yeah.
He's assembled a crack team who's willing to go to Area 0
He's gotta go
so
back.
that he can resolve his daddy issues.
Yep.
In the, I think, final main quest before the DLC, we'll find out, but it is called The Way Home, and that is what we will be doing next week. We will be venturing into Area 0.
I assume it kicks off the DLC.
Finally.
So is there going to be a waterfalls in between where we get like wrap up like your...
I will probably have to chase waterfalls.
Okay.
I mean, I have to get all these stakes. I know that.
Yeah, of course.
I guess, Bugcatchers, you can let us know on our social channels, like, if there are other quests that we haven't even hit yet. I mean, I know that we have to deal with the Glitterati. We're definitely going to have to do Chasing Waterfalls.
Fine. We're going to do it.
Because we're going to have to go back to Kitakami at some point.
All right, but what are we doing next week? We got this...
The Way Home.
Okay, we got the way home.
That's a big quest.
And clean up your act a little bit. Get your team together. Get those stakes pulled.
Yeah, I guess I don't want to over-level so much because I want to have a little challenge to these battles. You're just one-hit KOing everything, man.
It's not my fucking fault.
Is that really even doing it for you? You
It's
get
not my
off
fault.
on that?
I just playing the game the way they told me to play it. Pushing around this pile of shit and fighting all these fucking Bisharps.
Yeah.
It over-leveled me. It's not my fault.
Well, maybe you should swap in some new find some new guys so that you can bring in some lower levels.
No.
Make it interesting.
These are my friends. Can't abandon any of them except Donna Baker.
Except Donna Baker and like several other people in the past in the rearview mirror of Donna's car.
That's it for us, Joshua. That's it for the Elite Four. We've beaten them. And we will be going to meet up with Arwen next week.
That's it.
That's it for us. Please do rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts and do rate and review us on
Not as human beings.
your podcasts, if you have any.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. A little cross promo.
Please follow the show everywhere that you follow podcasts and follow us at EXPSharePod on X and Threads and Instagram.
Twitter.
And reddit.com/r/bugcatchers.
Okay, that's usually my thing. But
I'm setting it up for you.
Okay. Our subreddit, reddit.com/r/bugcatchers. And merch, if you want to buy some of that, get it while it's hot. expsharepod.com.
That's it for us.
Hasta la vista.
Joshua, Bugcatchers. Goodbye. Alola and hasta la vista.
And smell you later.